Healing comes from graced relationships by a superior of the New England Jesuits. Healing comes from graced relationships. I'm going to let that sink in, because if I explain everything, it won't be teaching. Our human connections must precede race, gender, and inequality, and I put that in the classification as well as class. Many of us are not living in our pain, rather rejecting it, or leashing it out on others instead of growing in it through Christ. I was definitely a person like that. The pain that I was feeling, I wouldn't accept that pain. And by accept it, I wouldn't cry. Crying, I want to tell you, you want another remedy to help through suffering? Cry. Cry, 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 cry till you can't cry no more. Crying is a great way to help through suffering. Crying allows the soul to heal. Embrace the pain. You have to embrace suffering in order to understand joy. You can't have happiness without sadness. You have to be balanced. You wonder, why is this happening to me? So you can grow, so you can shine. But you cannot experience that if you don't know what darkness is. One of my favorite quotes from Ask the Beast by Elizabeth A. Johnson is on page 285. It says, "The option reaches into profound depths, for the call to be converted to compassionate care for other species is not in the first instance an ascetic or moral mandate, but an urgent invitation to be converted to God, to love in tune with God's abundant love so that all may have life." You have to read more of this book to even get what I just read, because honestly, at first, I didn't understand it either, but Elizabeth Johnson does a great job of taking this natural world and putting it in a godly context. God, in the beginning, created the heavens and the earth. All was right, all was light, all was good. We see animals killing other animals. That is for a purpose. It is the circle of life. You cannot have life without death. We get too attached to things as humans. We don't understand the full scope. Our pride gets in the way. We want to hold on to things. Let things go. Let things breathe. We all have different faith paths. That's something else I really want to send out there. My path is different than your path. Even as you experience this video and listen to the things that I am saying, my faith path is different from yours. I want to know, are we concerned for the individual's spiritual and physical healing? The answer should be yes. We should be concerned for both people that are physically ill and people who are spiritually ill. I've heard a lecturer say this country has a soul sickness, and I entirely agree with that. The subject of suffering is still hardly touched on. I pretty much only hit the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg. In Suffering Theologians, I want you all to go out there and help people put down the mask that they're putting up. If you see somebody putting up a mask of suffering, let them know it is okay. It is okay to suffer. It's not okay to make someone else suffer. Hurt people. But it is through forgiveness. It is through the blood from which Jesus died on the cross that we are born again. Put on the blood of Christ. Yes, you suffer, but don't stay in that suffering. If you truly know the gospel, you know what Jesus sacrificed, so that way you can take in the breath right now. So you can see the trees right now, the beautiful greens, the beautiful fields. Help others see these things. Be a blessing to somebody else. and give all the glory to God. This is my final. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and listening.